Okay, so this got very interesting. So we're all sitting at the table eating dinner, and we're talking about, oh, hey, you know, they're going to live stream the YCS extravaganza on the 23rd, and so let's talk about that. Yeah, let's all have the team over, and we can watch, you know, let's watch this deal. And James is like, yeah, cool, that sounds awesome. So when is this? And we look up, and if you'll click over to where I brought that up, apparently YCS Pasadena is now a remote duel. Yeah, interesting. A little bit of news there, if anybody hasn't seen it.
So we just recorded a video, which kind of throws a lot of our predictions and a lot of what we were saying kind of out the window. Because of LA County strongly urging people not to
gather in large groups.
There's not going to be a YCS. It's going to be...
But, I mean, are Yu-Gi-Oh! Events really large group events?
Well, it's 2022. Where's the ban list? It's time for Yu-Gi
Oh, God.
Worst transition ever.
I'll start that again.
Nope. Nope.
We're right into it.
We're going to go right into it.
All right, so yeah, welcome to 2022, guys.
Yeah, you're living in the future now.
In the future. Ooh.
Yes.
So yeah, me and James have been talking, and we actually watched our last ban list discussion. It was more of a discussion than a prediction video. So we decided to redo this and actually talk about what we believe needs to be hit on the ban list.
Which, I mean, we have our different opinions, but there are things that are healthy, there are things that are not healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Predaplant Verde Anaconda is one of those things that's probably not healthy for Yu-Gi-Oh! It's been discussed time and time again, but my whole thing is sales! Konami, you know what you do. Don't lie to me. You're lying to me right now. Don't do it. Bring us back O-Lion and Jet Synchron. How about that? That's right, Krishron Halki Fibrax, I'm talking to you. Different issue, though, because there are stronger fusion monsters than ever before. We have...
Like, can you imagine, like, so you're talking about Fibrax. Can you actually, like, think about what would happen if they was to come out with a synchro monster that Fibrax can bring out that is just busted?
The newest really powerful...
Like, I mean, the most powerful thing it can do is summon TG Wonder Magician and pop a Scythe.
I mean, there's that, but you also have... No. Baron A. Baron A can pop Scythe, too.
Well, I know, but I'm just talking, like, specifically Hagi Fibrax.
Right.
Like, you go into Needle Fiber, okay? Banish it to summon Wonder Magician and hit your Scythe. Okay, that's the most it can do. Anaconda's paying 3,000 life points that can bring out an Omni Negate and a card that can pop a card and recur itself. So you got Anaconda that can go into DPE. DPE can pop your Scythe, lock your opponent out of your extra deck, and recur itself.
Whereas Baron A can not... it's an Omni Negate, but yes, it can pop Scythe and what have you on the field, but it's not as accessible. There's a lot more setup involved with Krishron Halki Fibrax. You need a tuner for one. You need tuners in your deck, and then you need, more extra deck setup than that. So that's kind of why Predaplant Verde Anaconda is a lot more unhealthy than Krishron Halki Fibrax was.
I'm so proud of you. In the last video, you were like, no, Anaconda should stay. No, Anaconda's broken. Anaconda's busted.
Still love it, though.
And I really think this this new Albaz structure deck coming out is going to be an issue. I think it's. I don't know. I think it will be an issue. I've seen other YouTubers saying it's going to be an issue. Like, so. I think Anaconda's time has come, and I think DPE is going to be the reason why it's banned.
Yeah.
I also think, and I hate to say this. You're going to love this, though. You are going to love what I'm about to say. I think DPE.
Define love.
I think DPE is going to be the reason why. Sorry about that. I think DPE is going to be the reason why Anaconda is banned. And I also think, and I hate to say this because I lean on the card in my Thunder Dragon deck so much, I think DPE is going to be. I think Scythe's time is coming soon.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Its accessibility. So think about its accessibility. Is it Scythe? That's the I tried to address
Scythe. Yes,
I tried to address this.
I don't think Sanctum is the issue. Scythe is the issue.
Okay, I tried to address this
because
last
Dagda
time.
can get the Scythe as well.
Yeah, I tried to address this last time, and you all said no. Scythe wasn't the. I'm just saying. Is James always right? No. Is James right now? Maybe. But another thing I'm going to address is no. Alistair does not need to be banned.
No.
Nothing in the invocation needs to be limited because Ash Blossom Alistair, see what happens.
It's not that. It's now that I've actually so I just have a personal thing against Alistair since you always freaking use it. But, I mean, and it always seems like when I do Ash your Alistair, you always have the follow-up invocation anyway.
I'm good at baiting. What can I say?
And I hit I call by your freaking invocation, and it's like, oh, I have the Alistair, I have the invocation in my hand. It's like, okay, whatever. But, if it's just such a splashable thing, though.
So is Dogmatica.
Yeah.
But that will never see the ban list because of the balance.
A lot of people are running Dog Shadal, though, right now.
And a lot of people are crying for Winda to be banned, and the reality is
such a dumb card.
And the reality is Winda's not that like
if they hit Winda, though, that just kills the whole freaking deck. No one will play Shadals without Winda.
The only thing that people play Shadals for now is Winda.
Yeah. That's the only thing keeping the deck relevant.
So now that we've talked about things that we think... Well, we haven't talked about all the things that we think that should be banned. Let's do that. So we haven't talked about all the things that should be banned. I do...
What can come off the ban list?
I do think that there's more that can come off.
I think we're getting more Pendulum off this one also. I think some more Pendulum stuff is coming off because they got that new Link monster, which is absolutely nuts. I thought that card was not going to be good until I actually... Oh my god, that card.
Can we talk about...
Harp Horror?
Can we talk about decks that... And I'm just using Harp Horror as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Decks that really do need to come back and need to come back to some sort of strength. Orcust Harp Horror would help Orcust. Let's be honest. Orcust isn't like the best deck in the world. But we need to look at some things that definitely could help other decks looking at, well, let's not do that. That's a terrible idea. But things that...
But could it really, though? I mean...
Spiral Master Plan?
Spiral? What? I mean, do you think Spiral would actually do something in this current meta?
Yes. Ban Magician Souls.
Oh, I think... No, they just reprinted that card. They're not...
There you go. Yeah. It's not happening. But things like...
This one?
Okay,
Colossus, yes. Colossus can come back. I have heard so many people saying that Colossus... To one, yes. To one. I really want Colossus back just because I want to play with Colossus and my Thunder Dragon to see what it can actually do. But, I mean, Thunder Dragon's not doing anything right now. I don't think Colossus... will make that much of an impact considering all the other... I mean, Thunder Dragons just need a big-ass boss monster. I mean, they have Titan, but they really need that extra oomph to...
Titan really isn't it.
But I think they can bring Colossus to 1, and Thunder Dragon is not going to impact the meta that much. It would actually help. No, they will not bring back Electromite. Because they just got the new Link monster. The new Link Beyond the Pendulum is Electromite 2.0.
It really is, and...
That card is so nuts now. Oh my gosh, that card is nuts.
Abuse? No, it's not. But, like, honestly, going down the list, not even going down the list, I think there are cards that can 100% come back to help revitalize the meta. Because for the longest time, it's been Drytrons. Heroes are doing something now, which is really cool because of DPE. And I like that. There are rumors that we're going to talk about it. There are rumors that
I'm telling you, that card ever comes back, I'm buying every copy of Heavy Slump that I can find.
There are, in the rumor mill, there are people saying that Max C can come back to 3. I'm going to be the guy.
It has to come back to 1 or 3. Having 2 is no. It has to come back to 1 or it has to come back to 3. It's overpowered at 3 and it's just sacky at 1.
And in all honesty, and this is what I have to say about it, because a lot of people are playtesting Max C right now. I personally don't think Max C would. Okay, to slow the meta down, yeah. How you have 45 minutes in a round. You have 45 minutes. There's a reason why we have time limits. Bring Max C back to 3. Let's see how many people win to time. I'm gonna be that guy, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but Max C should not come back, in my opinion. No. There are other things that could definitely come back. Are they going to ever? Probably not. I think, okay, this semi-limited list, the whole thing needs to be just
malicious. It needs to be just malicious at 2.
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, malicious at 2. The whole thing needs to just go away.
It shows that they just limited Nessie, so...
Was limited, now semi-limited. Yeah, limited, now semi-limited. Was limited, now semi-limited.
It's pretty much a militia. It's pretty much there just for militias.
Yeah, at this point. At this point.
It might as well just stay for malicious. I don't think anything coming off... I don't think there's... I really don't know. Is there anything ban-worthy that can go to limited that would...
Well, let's look at it. Let's actually look at the bans. What do you think could come back as limited?
Colossus. I think that's gonna be my sleeper hit is Colossus. I think Colossus, Thunder Dragon's time is coming. I think if I had to pick anything on this list right now, I would say Colossus to 1.
That's fair. Okay.
Like if I had to pick anything on the band to come off to 1, if I had to put money down, I would say Colossus to 1.
Okay.
That's my pick.
I would say, if anything, coming off the ban list
to 1.
To 1. Ooh. Oops. Right clicked. Looking at it and I'm like, no, that was banned for... No, that was... No, that was banned for a reason. No, that was definitely banned for a reason. Oh, wait, that was banned for a reason. I think more of the limited list, honestly. I can't, like... I think there are decks here. Like, I'm looking at Sky Strikers. I'm looking at Salomon Great. I'm looking at stuff like that I think...
Ooh, I didn't think about Sky Striker. They got that new card. What is it? They got that new card coming out.
It's their Kaiju. It's their Kaiju.
No, they got a new spell as well. Linkage.
Oh,
Linkage.
Yeah, that's right.
If they really wanted to push the sales on that, depending on when we get it, They could bring.
They need to bring back and
They could bring more Sky Striker stuff off. I mean,
honestly, like Engage.
Yeah.
Bring it back to 3. Bring it back to 3. What's it gonna hurt? What multi-roll? Bring it back to 3. What's it gonna hurt?
So I gave my pick for banned to limited. My card to come off the list limited to 3 is Salamangreat Circle. Bring Salamangreat to full power. I don't think it. I mean, it's an access code turbo deck. It's not going to do anything. I think Circle can come to 3. They can bring Salamangreat back to full power. Well, maybe leave Mirage Stallion at 1, but I mean, Circle can go to 3. I think Circle can go to 3.
I think Mirage. Okay, Gazelle. I think Gazelle can go back to 3. Mm-hmm. What's it going to hurt?
What is Salamangreat going to do?
I mean, it did.
Yeah, a long time ago.
No, it did. It Extravaganza. It won.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it won. But in all honesty, it won because the guy kept baiting and baiting and baiting. But why not have a good deck like Salamangreat? Yeah. And it's a fan favorite. True Dracos, True Kings. Bring some of that stuff back. I would love to see another True King format.
Masterpiece?
Yeah.
Masterpiece to 1?
There you go. Why not? Why not? And dinos are so freaking crippled, it's not even funny. Oh, man. They're so freaking
I mean, that was such
crippled.
a dumb hit. I mean, Misk at 1, the deck has like 1,000 ways to search Misk. Like, putting it at 1 doesn't really do anything.
It does something for 1 turn.
Yeah.
And there's so many ways around
like
it.
When I faced Will a few weeks ago at the deal, he hit Misk both duels. I mean, it was so easy.
But then it's for the phase, and that's what people like.
They can search the Misk, wait until you know.
I know, but it's a meme at this point. Have you read Misk?
Yeah.
Have you?
Have you?
It's for the phase. I've gotten through Misk at battle phase. But, I also run Super Poly like a mother. But that's beside the point. Now, honestly, I don't think there's anything... Okay, there's 1 or 2 cards that are ban-worthy. You can't really slow down Tri-Brigades anymore than they already have. Scythe definitely is something that needs to get hit. Predaplant is something that needs to get hit. I don't think hitting the fusion spells or the actual monster is fair. Yes. Does Phoenix Enforcer and Dragoon get splashed into everything? Absolutely. But that just shows love for those archetypes. Do those archetypes utilize those cards
I'm
well?
not saying ban Dragoon or DPE.
No, but other people are calling for.
No, I don't think those cards are the issue because they're not. You're not. I mean, I challenge you.
Oh, Lord.
Make your decks that you run your decks that have Dragoon in them, and I'll say this to David too, since he has DPE. I think he's the only one in our team that has DPE. Run your decks that have your Dragoon and your DPE combo with Verde without the Verde. And tell me it is not. Tell me your inboards without Verde are as strong. No.
He doesn't have Verde. Did you not know that? He doesn't run Verde. I'm the only one in the group other than Phil that runs Verde.
Oh, does Fusion Destiny not? Wow.
Doesn't need it. It doesn't need it. Because Fusion Destiny, if you read it, you can do all your summoning up to Fusion Destiny. Then after Fusion Destiny, you can't. So, I think, okay, talking about stuff that could definitely come back, help the hero archetype, the hero lives. Why not? And if we're going to bring back a certain stupid hand trap, Called by the Grave. Why not? Bring those back.
See, I don't. That's what I didn't understand about David's reasoning for why Called by the Grave was limited, because it's free. Everything is free. I mean, yeah, there's cards that have cost, but I mean, is activating crossout designator and sending a copy of the card, is that technically negging? No.
Well, it's weird for deck building at that point too, because then you're anticipating it.
I mean, crossout designator is a busted card for your mirror match, I can see, but
Yeah.
I mean, say they ash you and you have designator and you send a copy of your ash. Does that really hurt you? No, because do you want to draw, especially if you're going second? Do you want to top deck that ash when you're losing? No.
No.
So getting cards out of you actually helps your deck. So I mean,
but that's why
I think
things
call by
like
can come back, but that's just me personally.
I don't know why it was ever.
I can see why they hit it before, because I don't know. It's just,
well, I'm only saying to bring us back to that point. I'm only saying if you're going to bring certain cards back, other cards definitely need to come back. If you're going to bring back Max C at all, we need to look at some things like Called by the Grave to bring it back. Yes, we have Crossout Designator. No, it's not a good substitute. Sorry, it's not. I understand it's a quick play. I understand what it does. But the reality is...
But then here's a counter also to my Scythe prediction. So, the only thing that's keeping... Yeah, you can leave that up anytime you want.
Yeah, hold on.
So, the only thing that's keeping a lot of these busted... Because all the power in the game is in the extra deck.
It is.
The only thing that's keeping a lot of these decks in check is Scythe. If you can lock your opponent out of the extra deck. So, if they ban Scythe, they just make... like cards like Dragoon, cards like DPE, they make those... Banning Scythe makes those cards more powerful. Scythe is a problem card. I will 100% agree to that. It is a bad card. Winda is a bad card. I mean, but
is it?
But having stuff like Winda, having stuff like Scythe, keeps the more powerful boss monsters in the deck that people are just generically throwing into their decks. It keeps those in check.
And that's all I'm saying, is that there are checks and balances.
There is.
To every deck, and the game needs those checks and balances. I do not think that bringing certain cards back that were poorly designed to begin with should be the check and balance. That's my opinion. My personal opinion also is that, yes, I understand Verde is a problematic card, but if you're going to ban Verde, then what do you bring back in retrospect in order to keep the balance? Because it's a very delicate balance in the TCG right now, and I think that we have the healthiest meta that we've seen in a long time. I think that there are cards that really should come back off the ban list into limited or semi-limited. If you're going to ban something, where's the check and balance for it? I'm really interested to see what happens, because even though I think Verde should be banned, do I think Konami will ban it? No. I don't think Konami's going to ban it. I think they're going to do something, and they might even do something even more out of this world. And here's a weird prediction. They don't touch the ban list. How weird would that be? They almost kind of did that to us back in September.
Yeah.
Almost. They brought more stuff off and then limited some stuff, which really didn't slow down the decks that they were supposed to slow down.
It all really depends on if they're really going to start bringing back live events. Well, because we have that live event coming up, the first live event since quarantine. We have that coming up. So, and with COVID outbreak coming back again, is this just going to be a one-time thing? Are they just going to test the waters and see what happens? Or is this COVID outbreak going to... Because, I mean, if they can bring back live events and we start doing that again, we're going to see some big changes in the ban lists coming up, because live events, we all know, live events is what Konami makes these. I mean, the hits as of late, since quarantine, have been very. I mean, there's been like one just oh my gosh ban list.
And that was right when quarantine started.
Yeah, I mean it was, and we
Then
haven't
they
had
just
live
killed
events yet. It's all
everything,
been remote duels and extra. You know, so if we get live events actually coming back, either this list or the next list is just going to be just. I think we're going to see the biggest changes coming up here pretty soon, especially if we get our live events back.
And
if we don't, it's just going to keep being mild events.
And here's my prediction for the ban list, because they say the next ban list will be no sooner than
January 17th.
January 17th. We have our YCS Pasadena January 15th. I believe
we also have the finals of the remote duel extravaganza coming up.
I wholly believe either it's going to come out on the 15th or on the 17th, which would be a really weird move to do that. I believe it's coming out on the 21st. That's my prediction. That the ban list will come out on the 21st. Why? Because all the tournaments will have been wrapped up then. And they wouldn't have any reason to hold back on the ban list after that point. Do you have a prediction for that?
No, I think we'll get it before the 17th. But it won't take effect until, like you said, the 21st. Yeah. I think they'll give us the ban list, give us time to kind of figure out, you know, give all those players there, because, I mean, especially if we got YCS Pasadena coming up. They got the finals of the extravaganza. All those decks have been set. I think. I'm not sure if they're going to allow them to switch decks. I don't think that would be right. But I think they're going to keep the ban list until at least after this remote duel is over. And then they'll give us the ban list, and either it'll take effect immediately, right before Pasadena, or they'll give us the ban list, and then after Pasadena comes up.
Firewall Dragon.
Yeah, that can come back.
No. Do you remember how they addressed? That's why I think it's going to be on the 21st, or it will take effect after the 20th. Watch, it will.
Okay.
That's our thoughts. What are yours?
Before we end this video, though, just letting y'all guys know, we're putting this up on your channel, I'm assuming.
Yes.
We actually have our team channel up, Team Ghost Gang, up on YouTube now. We'll put a link down in the description so y'all guys can go and see that. We only got one video up. It's my Thunder Dragon deck, but we have some deck. You know, we'll be putting more stuff up. We were just so swamped with work and the holidays and everything. We just wanted to kind of wait for the holidays to let all that excitement die down. So come see our channel. We also have a TikTok for the team as well. So yeah, come visit us over at Team Ghost Gang.
Like, follow, and subscribe.
Yes.
We need it.
Yes.
Please.
51 subscribers. Awesome. Thank you for everybody who subscribed to us also. I was really excited to see 50.
Fireworks.
So.
All right, guys. It's your move.
It's your move.